This is the story of one of the most electrifying rivalries in history. A rivalry between two of the greatest minds in science, whose disagreement did more to shape our modern world than perhaps any other clash of egos. We're talking about Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Yep, the war of the currents. But hold on, this tale isn't just about alternating current versus direct current. It's a story full of drama, betrayal, shocking stunts, quite literally, mysterious deaths, and a battle of ideas that didn't just pit these two inventors against each other. It divided the world. Let's wind back the clock to the late 19th century. Imagine flickering gas lamps lighting the streets, and a world where electricity is still a frontier of discovery. Almost no one had electricity in their homes. Those who did relied on the first power plants, which used direct current electricity, brought to you by Thomas Alva Edison. Yes, the so-called Wizard of Menlo Park. Edison was already a giant by this point. A prolific inventor, he held over 1,000 patents and was one of the first people to commercialize electric light bulbs. But here's the thing about his direct current technology. It wasn't practical for long distances. DC electricity lost power quickly when transmitted more than a mile or so from its source. If you wanted to light up a city, you'd need a power station every few blocks. Economically, it was a nightmare. Enter Nikola Tesla. Tesla came to the United States in 1884, smack in the middle of Edison's rise to fame. Tall, lean, and awkwardly charismatic, Tesla was the quintessential genius. His ideas were as bold as his personality was mysterious. He too believed in electricity as the future. But where Edison relied on his hard-nosed practicality, Tesla championed innovation and high theory. Tesla soon joined Edison's company, but the partnership wouldn't last long. According to one account, Edison promised Tesla $50,000 if he could improve the efficiency of Edison's generators. Months later, Tesla delivered. When Tesla asked for the money, Edison reportedly laughed and said, "You just don't understand American humor." Ouch. Tesla quit on the spot, and this is where the feud truly begins. Tesla started working on his own system, alternating current, or AC. AC electricity could travel over great distances without losing power, a game changer for building a functional electric grid. Meanwhile, Edison wasn't having it. Let's be clear, this wasn't just a squabble about science. It was a fight for control of the future of electricity. Edison had the head start with DC networks already established, but AC was the threatening newcomer. Now, this is where things get wild. Edison launched a smear campaign, weaponizing public fear against Tesla's AC system. He claimed alternating current was far too dangerous for public use. And to make his point, Edison publicly electrocuted animals, dogs, cattle, and even an elephant to demonstrate the lethal nature of AC electricity. Spectators were horrified. Some were convinced, but others saw through the shocking theatrics, pun intended. If that sounds extreme, you're absolutely right. But Edison wasn't done. He even had a hand in designing the electric chair, the first legal execution device powered by AC electricity. Edison wanted AC to be synonymous with danger and death. And Tesla, he wasn't taking these accusations lying down. Instead of countering Edison's fear-mongering with more propaganda, Tesla doubled down on his belief in the future of AC. At the Chicago World's Fair in 1893, Tesla and his backer, George Westinghouse, lit up the entire fairgrounds using AC electricity. It was an awe-inspiring spectacle, convincing millions that AC was both practical and safe. By the end of the decade, Tesla's alternating current had prevailed. AC powered the first hydroelectric plant at Niagara Falls and slowly replaced DC as the standard. Even Edison's own companies began shifting to AC systems despite the inventors' protests. But the rivalry didn't stop with electricity. It evolved into competing ideas of progress. Edison remained the ruthless entrepreneur, doubling down on invention after invention, while Tesla fell into obscurity despite his genius. By the time Tesla passed away in 1943, penniless and living in a New York hotel, Edison's legacy as a great inventor was firmly cemented as part of American folklore. Tesla was almost forgotten. Yet history has a funny way of leveling the playing field. In recent decades, Tesla has achieved a level of pop culture reverence that rivals, if not surpasses, Edison. From electric cars to online conspiracy theories, Tesla's name is everywhere. In many ways, his story is a cautionary tale about what happens when brilliant ideas go up against powerful personalities. And Edison, while criticized for his methods, he remains a symbol of the grit and perseverance that made modern America. So what can we learn from the War of the Currents? Maybe it's a reminder that progress doesn't come without struggle, or that genius takes many forms. Perhaps the most electrifying part of this story isn't the rivalry itself, but how it shaped the world we live in today. Just think, every time you flip a light switch, charge your phone, or even watch this video, it's a legacy of a bitter fight between two of history's greatest minds. Isn't that ironic? Share how you'll look at electricity differently now. Who do you think won this war, Edison or Tesla? Let us know in the comments. And as always, stay tuned for more fascinating history.